Welcome to my channel. Think happy, be happy. Subscribe. Like. The magic gifts Lady Luck might offer him. He walked for several days, but nothing fell into his lap, so he decided to put the hat on and see what might happen then. As he sauntered down the road, he came across a rich-looking gentleman trying to catch a fine red bird fluttering in the cypress trees. But he just couldn't reach high enough into the branches. Leo crept up, all invisible as you will recall, and heard the man say, "Well, I'll be jiggered, missed. Again? I have got to catch me that bird, it's worth a fortune." And Leo knew Lady Luck was here and smiling on him at last. He walked over to the gentleman and quickly pulled off the hat. The gentleman nearly jumped out of his skin when Leo suddenly appeared. "I see you need a man with a sharp eye. I can catch that bird for you, but it will cost you $1,000, Leo said with a slow smile. Well, the gentleman was keen. "You get that bird for me and I'll pay you," he promised. Leo swung the magic lasso around and around, then let it fly. Sure enough, down tumbled the red bird into a thicket of blackberry bushes. "There you are, monsieur," said Leo. "That will be $1,000, if you please." But the gentleman was not for paying. He meant to pick up the red bird and run off without paying Leo so much as one thin dime. Shouldering his way through the thicket, he grabbed the bird and said sneeringly to Leo, "I ain't paying nobody for this bird. That was a lucky throw. I don't pay nothing for luck." Leo was mad as could be. He reached into his sack, pulled out the magic fiddle and began to play. The rich gentleman found himself compelled to dance even though he was caught fast in the thicket. Before long his clothes were all torn and he was covered in scratches. And still his feet were dancing and dancing. "Stop, stop," he hollered. I'll pay you the $1,000. And he did too, as soon as Leo stopped playing, but he was as mad as an alligator with a toothache. So he went straight to the sheriff and ordered him to arrest the innocent Leo as a con man and a thief. "You're just a good-for-nothing rascal," said the sheriff, who was all too ready to believe the rich gentleman over a poor, ragged boy with a tricksy fiddle and a magic hat. So the sheriff handcuffed Leo, marched him to the courtroom and told the judge the whole story, by his way of it, of course. Now the judge was not going to believe a poor, ragged boy any more than the sheriff. "We don't like cheats around here, so I tell you what you're going to do. You're going to give this fine gentleman back his $1,000 and then you're going pay $1,000 fine for being too smart by half. And if you don't have the money, why then I'll throw you in jail, and I'll have that tricksy fiddle and the funny hat and that snaky rope too while I'm at it." Well, Leo was just jumping with rage at the injustice of this, so before anyone could lay a hand on him, he pulled out the fiddle and began to play. Soon the entire courtroom, including the red bird, was jumping. Everyone was dancing and whirling around until they were all breathless. "Stop, stop, stop this infernal music," hollered the judge. "Not until y'all pay me what I reckon you owe me," said Leo. $1,000 for catchin' the bird, $1,000 for false arrest and $1,000 for tryin' to besmirch my good name." And still he kept playing the magic fiddle. The judge was mad, the sheriff was mad, the rich gentleman was mad, the rest of the courtroom were just plumb exhausted. Soon, feet were blistered and aching, knees were creaking and red faces were puffing and blowing fit to bust. But they couldn't stop dancing. All right," cried the judge, the sheriff, and the rich gentleman in desperation. "We'll pay up." But Leo wasn't going to get caught twice. Not until the money was placed into his sack did Leo stop playing the magic fiddle. Everyone collapsed to the floor, and, quick as a flash, Leo put away the fiddle, put on the hat and disappeared as if he had never been there at all. But the judge, and the sheriff and the rich gentleman were never to forget the lesson Leo had taught them. After many days walking, Leo arrived home, and there was his old papa, hat over his face, asleep on the porch. Leo crept up and dropped the bag of money into his papa's lap. Never was an awakening more joyful. Mon petit, you ain't so petty anymore. You're a man, and a man who has met Lady Luck if one guess right by the weight of this bag. From then on, Leo and his old papa went fishing most days, and they were content for many years. Leo never used the magic gifts again. He had no cause to, but he kept them locked away in his trunk until he was the old man. Then, one day, he told his son all about the time he left home to find Lady Luck. Please subscribe my channel and encourage me to upload more videos.
Like, comment, share, subscribe and press the bell icon and never miss another update.